Welcome. In this session, we are going to introduce you to for loop in Rstudio. Let's get started. According to base R, in for loop programming, we can make use of a for each loop wherein we can provide in a variable and we can search through, loop through all the elements in the sequence and we can do something whatever we want. Let's get started that in R. As you already know, in console you can only print a single command. So we need to have a new file wherein we can write our multi-line scripts. To do that, either we can go to file, we can create a new file and we can create a new R script, or otherwise we have one help tool here using which we can create a new R script here. Once we create an R script, you're going to get an untitled text editor wherein you can write your R script. This R script will execute on your console. Whatever environment values will be taken will be displayed here and output will be displayed on the viewers here. Let's get started with a simple for loop. We can type in a simple comment known as for loop, and now we are going to get started with our basic for loop. So what we want to do, we are going to make a list known as L and we are going to combine that with some elements like 1, 3 and 4 or something like this. We could have generated a common random sequence as well. So I have just provided a list L, and on this list L, what I want to do, we want to create a for each loop, and within this for each loop, we are going to create a variable I, and within this variable, we are going to put in every individual element available in the list. So we are going to type in something like, for every individual element in the list will be saved into I, and then we are going to perform some business logic. And let's say my business logic will be something like, I would like to print I, or I want to perform some mathematical computations or something. So let's say at the moment I would like to print my I, and to do that we'll be using print method, and using this print method we are going to print I. Once you have written the code here, we can quickly click on run, and what next we can see is at the moment some I variable is not found, so we are going to define I first and then we are going to proceed with the execution. So in order to do that, you can simply select your complete set of commands which you want to execute and then you can click on run. Once you execute that, now you can see that on your R script, your complete program has been executed and your program has printed the elements within that for loop. So if we modify the script a little bit, what next we can do, once we have got this element, now in the next for each loop, we want to do something like, let's say for all the elements in list, we are going to store that into J, and now this J will have a modified value. We are going to store J into 10 and we are going to print the J or the X value out. So J will be multiplied with 10 and then it will be stored into X and that value will be printed. So now in that case, if I select my complete statements and if I run my code, so this code will now be executed on our console. So now we can see that we have got the values multiplied with 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 230 and so on. So we can make use of for loop and we can execute a set of statement in our R script. Now in order to do that, in case if we want to execute some simple set of codes here, what next we can do is we can specify only this code block will be executed. We can specify something like this. So at this moment I would like to make a vector with a combination of some elements like 1, 4, 6 or something, and now I would like to execute this block. So what I can do is I am going to make an element k in vector v, and I would like to print the elements of the vector v or something. So I would like to print k, and now at this moment only the selected lines of code will execute. So before that I would like to clear the console first using Ctrl L. I have selected my lines in R script and now I would like to run the code. So at the moment, instead of the previous code, only the currently selected code has been executed. So this is what you can use in Rstudio and you can make use of your programs. Thank you for watching.